Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. Do you ever feel like life is going a little bit too fast? Like time is just passing you by? Things are happening for the people that are in and out of your life. You hear news that surprises you of friends and family and how they're growing. And on your best day, it's not a problem. Yet every day is not always our best day. And sometimes we're feeling a little run down. Sometimes we're a little bit tired. And maybe because we get tired, we actually get the ability to slow down, appreciate where we are, and maybe make a change to do something about where we want to go. While I hear about news from the different people in my life, and I'm feeling a little bit tired, it's easy to fall into this pattern of comparison. It's the pattern of comparison where you feel as though you should be somewhere else. Maybe you should be further on your path, or maybe on a different path altogether. Well, I'm here to remind you that you're exactly where you're supposed to be and when you're supposed to be. I bring this up because I need this reminder. I often get this way when I hear news of friends or family talking about engagements or getting married or having kids. And I've said it here before that becoming a father is one of the few things I know for sure that I really want in this lifetime. I want to experience it so badly. And there's steps to get there. I see the different people in my life doing those steps. And it makes me wonder, where am I on that journey? Where am I on that path? I know that I still have so much time. And at the same time, I don't. Time can truly be an illusion. We don't know how many tomorrows we have left. That thought alone is like a double-edged sword because it benefits me by reminding me to live in the present moment, live for today. And at the same time, it reminds me that there's still so much I want to do and I don't know when my end is. Yes, I may have so much time, assuming I'll be here that long. Like I have time to become a father, become a husband. Or maybe I don't. And I know that me talking about this may even be planting seeds of doubt. And I don't know what purpose this serves in people hearing this or me listening to this in the future. I think it's one of those things that'll become clear as time goes on. Right before starting this episode, I truly didn't know what I wanted to talk about. It's one of those days. One of those days where I don't even have a sentence or a quote that comes to mind. Usually I could do a lot based off of a simple topic word. And today was what I like to call one of my head empty days, where I stare at the wall and have nothing going on. Because of that, I'm just going to return to what I know. And I know that what I need to remember is that everything happens for a reason. I may want to be a father, but maybe I'm not meant to be one. If I am, I'll become one. Simple. It does me no good to worry about hypotheticals. Instead, it's much more useful to take action now. I know exactly what needs to be done. I know the direction I need to go in. I know the types of actions that I need to do. Rather than worry, I can do. I was thinking about the concept of worry earlier today, and I found a very interesting point when it comes to relationships, which is if you're in a relationship where someone wants you to worry, is it worth staying in that relationship? Now, these types of relationships aren't common, but they do exist. When I thought about this before, I ended up just saying that I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to worry. What I truly want to experience is peace. I want to experience peace in relationships, but I also want to experience peace right now. I want to pivot here, and I just want to ask, how are you doing? Are you doing all right? Is everything going okay? Are you feeling safe and healthy? A majority of the time, are you feeling happy and at peace? Do you experience gratitude? Or are you more afraid, worried, anxious, frustrated? Are you focused more on what you have or what you don't have? Are you hopeful about the future? Do you feel like you have control over your life? I ask these questions in hopes of triggering some ideas for you. This morning I had the idea triggered for me that I want to start a daily practice where in the morning I write down 10 ideas. They could be about anything and about everything. It could be about what I'm working on or something in my personal life. Today I had a really interesting day because I wrote down my 10 ideas, and after I did that, I felt energized to do something about it. And of the 10, well actually I think I might have written down 12, I actually completed like 3 or 4 of them. The rest are stuff I plan to implement over the next couple days. They're things I get to create, or things I need to get permission for, or things I need to plan. But there's something about sparking ideas that can get the mind going. And if the mind gets going, the body can get going too. I want you to be motivated to do what you're called to do. You may be asking who's calling. And I think that's different for everyone. Some people believe in God. Some people believe in the universe, in a higher consciousness, a higher power, a greater intelligence. But I believe as a prerequisite to becoming successful, and living a life of abundance, you need to truly believe it's possible. And not only do you need to believe it's possible, but you need to believe that it's meant for you. And you need to believe that not only is it meant for you, but it's meant for you for a reason. I followed this train of thought for myself years ago, and I got to the question of, all right, if I believe it's meant for me and meant for a reason, who knows this reason? Because it's not me. I grew up in a Catholic background, and so I default to God. I believe that God has my back. And while I may not be the practicing Catholic that I used to be, I do still believe in God. Because believing in God really does get me through some of my darker days. Honestly, most of my darker days. I always feel as though I have support. The people that are in my life are there because someone wants them to be there. The experiences I have are there because someone wants me to have them. I say someone, but it could be something, or even deeper. I don't know, I feel like I'm just speaking nonsense now. Everything can seem like nonsense when it doesn't make sense, and you don't have all the pieces. Today's one of the days where I don't feel like I have all the pieces, and that's okay. It happens. I get to go to sleep tonight, and if I wake up tomorrow morning, that means my mission's not done yet. There's still more for me left to do, and I get to do it with more energy. So although this wasn't the highest energy episode, I will cap it out here. I will wish you a beautiful and peaceful rest of your day. May you wake up tomorrow morning filled with energy and filled with love. Remember to always fill up with the love, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.